Well, hello there, and welcome to yet another episode here on the Shamblecraft server. And if you're wondering why this looks dodgy, it's because I have an evil twin. Bum bum ba. So, as you might remember from the last episode, me and Newt were working on building up the Shamblecraft Town Hall. And while I've been editing episode 14, and doing other stuff, this is what Newt has done. So he's done a massive job of this, and this is actually, a lot of this is designed by Newt, but he's been kind enough to put up some signs here, basically crediting the people who took part. So we got the Shamblecraftian Town Hall, lead design Noel Newt, doorway design by Sammy, and me and Mick has also helped with some materials. And yeah, this is not entirely 100% finished, but this is a pretty good representation of what it's going to look like. So, well on you for doing a good job on this. Big shout out to Noel Newt and everyone else who's helped out with this. So yeah, so the new sort of town square area is really coming along. But what we are going to be focusing on right now is finally the community iron farm. Nope, not joking. We are actually doing the iron farm. Yes. So, right now, I am streaming. This is being recorded on stream. I could say hi, chat. Please say hi to all the lovely people, but it won't be visible in the episode anyway. But what we're going to do, we are going to head over to the donation station where people have been leaving materials for the iron farm project. What we're going to do, we are basically going to take all the stuff, transfer to these shulker boxes, and then we're going to head over to the spawn island where we are going to be building it, because as long as we leave this farm in the spawn chunks, it should be producing a good bit of iron all the way. So yeah, let's get started on moving all the stuff over to the spawn island. Alrighty then, so we have moved all the materials over here to the spawn island, and we are now just about ready to start building. So only one thing really remains, and that is for us to figure out exactly where we are putting it, because we want to keep this inside the spawn chunks, so that it keeps running all the time. So we are very lucky in the fact that Micknes here has already built one of these farms, so he knows how to do this. We're actually going to be using the same design that Micknes used, and we're sort of basically going to be copying that over here. So yeah, that's basically it. So in order to do this, we are going to be using a mod called Lightmatica that basically gives us a blueprint to work from. You've probably seen it being used in other videos. I know that at least Cubfan has used it a lot. So with some luck, we should be able to get this farm at least mostly done tonight. But worst case, we'll keep going in the morning. Okay, people. So, for those of you who have been fortunate enough to be watching the stream, you will know that I'm getting pretty close to having an aneurysm. But the good news is we now have figured out the placement of the iron farm. And for those of you who haven't used Lightmatica before, this is how it works. Basically, it shows like a ghostly image of what you need to build in the world, and then you just place the blocks. So it is basically like a VR instruction manual, where instead of seeing drawings telling you what to do, you see like a vision of what you actually are building in front of you. This is the sort of thing that IKEA needs to sort of sink a lot of money into, because then, you know, assembling furniture would actually be...
Stay on topic, Fally.
Yeah, I am staying on topic. I mean, if IKEA wants to give me a sponsorship since I'm mentioning them, that's fine. But anyway,
I don't think.
what we've realised is we have way too little glass, so let's head out and get some glass.
I've just gone and got you 2 shulkers of sand. So
breaking news! I'm getting on my ear here that we appear to have found some glass, meaning that I probably won't have to go and get some anyway.
I'm using 9 furnaces to make glass right now.
Nice. Well, I think now that we're actually started building, I'm gonna start replay mod, and yeah, hopefully we can jump into time-lapse mode. Okay, viewers, we have a situation.
It's not a big situation. I've just got to hit this. There's a trap door there. I've got to open it.
Which one?
Can you see through the glass?
Oh yeah, there's a trap door.
If I open that trap door, all of the water goes away. But there's a number of villagers that want to be there.
There we go. Whew, crisis averted. Okay, so what do we do about all of these cells now?
Well, all we do is we put them into boats and we boat them across.
That's not a boat. There we go. Well,
So
okay, that's 2 of them.
So yeah, if you get, have you got spare boats there?
Yes, full.
Catch them! Not by placing torches under their feet, that doesn't help.
In fact, that actually hinders.
Yeah.
Well, okay then, viewers. So as you can see, progress is coming along steadily. We now have all the villagers successfully moved over here from the villager breeder, and Johnny and Mickners are now working on getting them up to their respective stations. So yeah, things are really moving along here, and with some luck, we should be able to have this up and running in hopefully not too long. I was actually going to ask, I have Mickners and Johnny in voice here with me, so Mickners and Johnny, do you think, how much longer do you think this is going to take? Are we talking like a couple of days, a week?
Well, in terms of what's to do, there's about 10 minutes worth of work putting in the water and the fence gates, and that's it.
Okay, so
there
we're
needs to
actually...
be some glass paint still.
Oh, we're missing some glass panes.
Okay, so in other words, we might actually have this finished tonight.
Yes. We might have it finished by the end of the stream.
Okay, well in that case, I'm just going to keep the stream going until we're done.
So yeah.
Well, neat. Well, in that case, I'll get back to viewers when this is done and it is producing iron. Well, alrighty then, viewers. It has now been a day since we built the iron farm, and it is working like a charm. If I head down here now, you'll see that the storage system has been upgraded a bit. We currently have almost a full double chest of poppies, which isn't that much, but we also have a whole bunch of iron. And I know what you're thinking, is this all that it's made in a day? But the thing is, we've already had people come by here and snag a whole bunch. Basically, Johnny's taken like a shulker full, Wolfie's taken like a shulker full. I have a shulker full here on me that I'm taking. And yeah, this is a really, really effective farm. So I guess that we won't be having any iron problems anymore, which is very, very good. Because iron is one of those blocks that you just sort of need all the time. But I mean, that is good news. After, 12... No, actually 13 episodes, because this ended up being episode 16. So after 13 episodes, 13, we are finally done. And with that taken care of, I think it's time we shift our focus back to the other two things at play, which is we still have a terraforming order to do, and we need to finish up the outside of our base. Alrighty then, so with the iron farm sort of finally taken care of and out of the picture, I figured it was time for me to work a tiny bit on my own stuff. So what I've done so far, I have actually been tidying. Basically what I've done now, I have completely sort of refurbished my under chest system. We now have a sorted valuables chest, we have a tools and armor shulker, we have a tools and armor shulker, we got a builder base kit that basically has everything you need to set up a quick base. We have consumables, which is mostly ender pearls and rockets. We have an end box, which is a bunch of end stuff. We have a stone box, we have a beacon kit, we have some more stone, we got some grass and dirt, we got a full shulker box of iron, we got, all the farms and crops and stuff, and also, of course, got some spare things that you could always need. Backup elytra, a couple of beds, some rockets easily accessible, and an ender chest. And also, if I open here, you can see I have been crafting up a whole bunch of concrete, glass, and terracotta. And the reason for that is that I can actually see through the window. Hello there. Just looking out the window. Hello. But basically, I've done all of that so that we can actually continue work on our base. Because with some luck, we should be able to finish the outside of it. So let's get started. just like that, Views, I actually think we are pretty much done with the basic exterior of this base. We now have both discs in. The discs have been terraformed in by the mountain. We have completed the stuff up here. We've done a bunch of terraforming. All that really remains is we need to put some glass in this section right here, and we need to sort of finish some of the details, like, you know, the entrance and some stairways. But yeah, things are starting to look pretty good here on the base, which means that I think the next step is going to be actually to start working on the interior, because I think in order to sort of figure out where we're going to do the details on the outside, we kind of need to figure out how it's going to look on the inside, because if I jump down here, you will find that the inside is, yeah, it's still a big hole. That up there is the disc. This place is just like generally unsafe and needs a lot of work. But I mean, progress is being made. I did not expect to already be starting the main base. I didn't expect to be nearly finished outside with the main base already at episode 16. So if anything, I'm amazed at how smoothly and quickly this has gone. But we need to get some more materials. We've used a good lot of them. The only thing I really have left is purple concrete, and we are going to be needing a lot more materials than just that. But things are looking good, and at this point I was actually planning to head over to Sammy's to start work on a terraforming job, but then Sammy got in touch with me saying she had another project in mind and has asked me to come over to the main island and meet her there. And yeah, let's head over to the main island and see what Sammy is planning. Well, alrighty then, viewers, so we've gone to the main island now because we need to rendezvous with Sammy. You see, Sammy has an idea for something to put on the main island here that I think is really cool, and I just wanted to hear them explain it to me. So, knocks on proverbial door. Hello, Sammy.
Hi. Hey, how are you?
I am drinking coffee, which is a mood in itself.
I have one door, so you know, things are great.
I mean, it's an architectural choice.
It is a choice. Well, a choice I didn't make, but that's fine.
Ah, well. I mean, it's very typical, though, of, like, when you watch, like, Grand Designs or something, they never have the budget to actually finish it. There's always, like, missing a door or something.
Yeah, I mean, the contractor just, like, isn't giving me the door, and it's fine. We're working with what we've got.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so what was it that you wanted to show me? What was this idea of yours?
So I thought it might be a good idea, especially, like, as new people join the server, it might be a nice place to have, or a nice thing to have a central area where people can drop things off and people don't have to know where everyone's base is, and so they can just come to an area like over here, maybe over kind of this section here, and we had a post office and everybody could just kind of grab a sign and claim a box, and then you know especially like newer players don't have to like go all over the place to try and find people's bases. They can just, if they want to pay for something, or if somebody wants to leave them some materials, they can just drop it in their mailbox and be on their way.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It would be, I mean, we've been going for like a couple of weeks now, and people are spread all over the place. Even I was struggling yesterday trying to find Mikna's base again. So, I mean, this would be a very neat feature. So, do you have like a design in mind?
Yeah, I do. So it's like kind of similar to what you guys have already got going in the Nether. So like the hub with the lava underneath, a lot of blackstone, and kind of like some cyan glass, and just kind of mixing up the textures of the blackstone.
Okay.
I think it would look pretty nice with some pillars and things.
Oh, nice. So I'm going to assume that you have a design ready on Plotwell then?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to spoil that for the viewers. I want them to sort of enjoy the build. And I mean, this being, we're not a cooking show, so we totally we haven't cheated and already have like a blueprint lined up ready to go with the press of a button or anything.
No, not
totally,
possible.
absolutely not. But I think it's a really cool idea.
Well,
And
cool.
I mean, all that we really need to do is remove this giant jungle tree, and we can basically replant that anywhere we want.
I mean, deforestation is all the rage these days, so.
Oh yeah, that birch forest there knows what's that about, or what that's all about, because I think that birch forest there has been completely taken down and replanted at least, I don't know, 12, 13 times by me alone.
Yeah, me too. Building my little starter base, probably 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I mean, we as you can tell, we used a lot of birch wood for that poor sheep farm over there, so.
Yeah, that is a lot of birch wood.
It is a lot of birch.
The sheep is looking at me. The sheep is looking at me.
Yeah, that sheep is just staring directly into your soul. I feel like, future Fally, please add some ominous, devil music in the edit for this. Well, okay,
All right, so
yeah, well, I'm thinking maybe what we can do is, just start getting the materials and get started.
sounds great.
All right, let's do it.
Yay!
Well, okay, viewers, I guess that's it, really. Starting to look good. We've basically used Sammy's design as much as we can, and as you could probably tell from that time lapse, Sammy was it was me and Sammy doing the brunt of the work here. Sadly, Sammy had to leave about an hour ago because of time zones, and I mean that is the really bad thing about that's really the only downside to time zones. It's really fun to play with our American community members like NJ, Sammy, Emily, and it's just too bad that time zone wise it doesn't really work out, because like I'm in Europe, Sammy's in Northern California, but yeah. This is looking good. So thank you, Sammy, for the design, and thank you, Sammy, for helping out. So let's walk inside here, and you can see that this is starting to look really good. We have a bunch of mailboxes here that people can claim. We have a book here. It says, "Welcome to the Shamblecraft post office. Grab a sign in the barrel next to this book and claim a box for yourself. Remember to check your mailbox when you log on." Lead designer Sammy. Designer helpers, me, Mickness, Wolfie and Johnny, and me and Sammy took care of the mats and the construction. So that's really the only thing that remains. We need to actually go get the birch signs. And yeah, I think that's basically what we're going to do. We're going to go grab the birch signs, and with that, this post office should be good to go. And hopefully people should be able to find it with its central location, and also the fact that I built a giant envelope out of carpet on the roof. So if you have voxel map, it should be pretty clear what this is. So yeah, really happy with the design. Thank you very much, Sammy, for helping out. Thank you very much to everyone else who helped out with the design. And yeah, I think what we're going to do now, we're going to get the... Ooh, that's the wrong button. Hello. Wrong button. There we go. I think what we're going to do now, we're going to go get some birch, prepare the signs, and then we can let everyone know that the mail system or post office is ready to go, and people can come and claim a mailbox. Okay, and with that taken care of, we now have everything we need. So what I'm going to do, we're going to put the materials we have left over into our shulker box, and yeah, that is pretty much it. The post office is looking good. We have plenty of signs in the chest, and you know, overall this looks really good. I'm very happy with it. As I said earlier, Sammy did a great job designing this. So what remains for us to do then is basically to claim a mailbox, and I'm thinking I want this one, Valley. There we go. So basically now people can just open it up, put mail in, and most importantly, this here should now be, despite being a bit dark and moody, it should be fully spawn proof as far as we know. So hopefully we should be fine. I've also put some sea lanterns hidden underneath cyan carpet along with the windows, which is going to make sure that it's a bit lit up from the outside. So the only thing that really remains for us to do is that we haven't done this town square section. But I'm thinking that the town square section is something that I want the community to sort of really help out with, put some ideas forward in terms of what do we want on the town square, to ensure that sort of everyone feels like they've had a say in it, because this is starting to turn into a pretty cool area. We have the portal over there, that of course is the temporary portal. We have the town hall here now, we have the post office over here, and we are going to be building up more stuff here once Simon finishes removing these builds here. So yeah, I think what I was about to say, we should really be ending this episode, because I do have, as some of you may know, if you've been following my streams, I start work again tomorrow. So by the time you're watching this episode, I've gone back to work, meaning I will sadly have less time to do episodes. So hopefully my plan is to do one episode a week in addition to the streams, and if we can push out any more than that, then that's going to just be a bonus. But what I wanted to sort of do just to show you exactly how effective this iron farm is. So today is Tuesday, and we built this farm on Thursday, and so far we have a lot of iron. And this is even with a lot of people coming over here and grabbing stuff. And also, we have 2 full, almost full double chests of iron blocks in addition. So this farm is really banging it out and making sure that I think I can safely say that we're not going to be running out of iron again on this server for any in the near future. We actually have one of the golems falling down there, getting killed by the lava. Let's see if we can actually see it in action here. Oh, he's dying. Come on, there we go, he's gone. And the iron zooms through here into the hopper here that dispenses it into the chests. And we have this little redstone system behind here to make sure that it gets sorted. So we got poppy sorted there, and iron sorted in the others. But yeah, so iron farm, the thing that started this episode out, is done. It's producing like crazy, and we've also had time to do a bunch of other stuff. Sadly, not as much as I wanted. I really want to get started on the town square, but I mean, you win some, you lose some. But with that taken care of, and the iron farm in the background here, I think it's time for me to say thank you very, very much for watching this episode. Thank you very, very much for coming to the streams. And thank you very, very much for helping me reach 100 subscribers. That's right, we reached 100 subscribers yesterday. So there should be a video coming out this weekend where I do like a celebratory Q&A. Answering your questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, put them in the general chat in Discord, or just DM me with them. But for now, thank you very, very much for watching. Thank you very, very much for the amazing support. If you want to join the Discord, if you want to follow us on Twitter or support us on Patreon, all the links are in the description. Make sure to check out the other content creators that we have linked in the description. Jessica has just put out episode 5, and episode 6 should not be too far away. Can highly recommend it. Really funny, good videos. And yeah, thank you very, very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. Okay, so viewers, we have just done a little sort of staff gathering here, trying to figure out why we have some lag here and there, and we've realised that a lot of the lag is coming from Simon's Villager Breeder and Trading Hall, but that was temporary to begin with, so that is being moved. Simon has just told me in DMs that he's going to start moving the villagers later today. I mean the ones with trades, but as far as whatever is in the breeder, yeah, I'm just going to let this speak for itself. So Anamic Skywalker is currently having fun.
Let there be no survivors.
Good, good. Okay, so yeah, village is gone, and Simon is going to come over. He was hoping he would have time tonight to clear out the villagers and start taking down all of this to bring to his base. So that should help with the lag situation at spawn. Well, on the main island. You get what I mean.